Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hyrule Chronicles for a few rupees more. I am Articulate T, the storyteller, and with me as always I have Nether playing Leisha.
Hello!
I have Alvarance playing Anda.
Hello.
I have RoboPirate playing Melody.
Hello.
And I have Danny Cat playing Makoto.
Hello.
So, because this is viable now, what happened last time?
You tell us.
It's your turn.
You say that, and I was going to go, I'll do the recap, even though I didn't prepare for it,
Yeah.
for a hero point.
Oh, we're in the bargaining stages now, are we? Huh?
We start with one, don't we?
Yes, exactly. We start every session with one. The session's officially started. I'm angling for a second.
Very well. Whoever
pass
would
on
like
stage.
to do the recap this time can get a hero point. How
Sure,
about
I'll
that?
start.
So you start talking at the same time. Say the exact same thing.
Lost! And then Alvin says, time. And then we...
I am not playing that game for free.
No, I
I
understand.
think there's just enough latency that will be incomprehensible.
That'll be very tricky. But I believe last time we met up and introduced some of our characters with a little bit of a flashback into what happened prior to them meeting at this new town, whose name I have forgotten.
Yotana.
Yotana. Yes, in central Hyrule. And as we all gathered together, we were asked to do a little bit of adventuring because I believed someone had a problem with rats.
Indeed. That was the case. Enjoy your hero point.
Thank you, Artie. Thank you, Alvarance.
To be perfectly honest, completely stole that from Narrative Declaration, where it's just, who wants to do the recap? I'll give you a hero point.
That's fair. That's fair. And chances are, like, as much as I enjoy, like, I do want to do my best to reward good roleplay, as is the intention with the hero points. Oftentimes you get lost in the scene and completely forget to do it. So, like, having other bits and pieces where that can be a thing and generate more hero points is always a good thing.
They're fun and useful.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, our erstwhile heroes, as described, have been given their first quest as part of the Sapphire Hall Adventurers Guild, run by the Bokoblin Frinza. You have been tasked with heading south towards New Mazro in order to handle a pest problem, which has been requested of you as per a letter which I have now added to the handouts and letters thing. Whoever has the letter, they are free to read it.
I believe
was
Anta
given
was
the letter.
given blood.
Yeah. For the attention of Frinza Splinterwood, I'm Edwina Markle, Mayor of New Mazro, and I'm writing to ask for aid regarding a matter that seems beyond the capabilities of our normal guard and may require specialist attention. Farmstead to the east of town has recently been plagued by rodents. The owners of the property have seemingly gone missing. Unfortunately, the pests seem to be quite vicious, and a number of our guard have gotten sick in the process of dealing with them. Any aid you can send will be much appreciated. Sincerely, Mayor Edwina Marshall.
Prior
I
to
said her
your...
last name right.
Yep, you did. Prior to your departure, Frinza probably would have mentioned that because you are a new established group of adventurers, even if, like, you may have had experience in other work beforehand, for the sake of enticing people to get on-the-job training. The normal rates that they charge for stuff like this have been lowered. So, as per standard, there is usually a fee by which the guild takes from the person doing the requesting, which then is put into the coffers for the sake of improving the town and making sure all the standard administration stuff is taken care of, and then whatever is added on top of that is then paid directly to the party who did the job. In this instance, the required payment is a total of 10,000 rupees. 5,000 for the Sapphire Hall, 5,000 to be split between the four of you. But yes, I was keeping track in terms of monies, like in terms of our, for recapping for purposes, I suppose. A rupee is a copper piece, so 5,000 rupees is 5,000 coppers, which is about 50 gold. So that would be 50 gold for your party and 50 gold for the Sapphire Hall.
So 12.50 or 12.5 gold each.
Yeah.
That like doubles my money.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And so it is that you are permitted to make your way out. After all, it has been midday since you got this, so, and looking at the map, traveling from Yotana to New Masro doesn't take too long. It's about 20-25 miles on foot. You could probably get there within the span of the next like half, maybe a quarter, maybe half a day at most, if you just take the time to make your way down. Is there anything that you need to acquire or you feel like you are missing from your inventory before you begin your journey?
I believe I already asked for lunch, so
Yep, you have your lunch. It's been packed up and ready to go.
I don't have the gold for what I feel I'm missing from my inventory. There's lots of things I would like for it. I'm good.
Fair enough.
In the time that we have to prepare, Alicia tends to be really properly packed already, just to leave on a moment's notice. But they'll probably go and gather some herbs from around the village.
Okay.
Just in case of anything happening.
Okay. If that's the case, feel free to give me a survival roll. I still have yet to figure out how to properly attribute macros and stuff in Forge, so feel free to just type out the roll as we usually do for the moment, and then we'll one day, eventually, we'll figure it out. I've got like time off I still need to book, so there'll be plenty of time where where I'm not at work and it'll be like, I need to take care of this today.
Well, for survival, I manage. It is under proficiencies. Your skills, by the way.
Yeah.
And well,
Dang.
Natural 20 for 25. Okay. So, with this, as you kind of go around, your experience of being on the road previously pays off in dividends, and it's like you find a good amount of herbs and other reagents just dotted around a little bit of wilderness that exists around Yutana. It's not a terribly big settlement, so it's easy enough to just kind of wander out into the untamed wilderness a bit and find the things that you need. It's right next to a river as well, and the area seems lush and definitely definitely viable for such scavenging. So yeah, you managed to find a good number of herbs and reagents that you can use in the future. But yeah.
Any particular flowers I might find? There's like swift violets, mighty thistle, amaranths.
I think you probably find more. You find a fair few swift violets, I think. Yeah, there's definitely more of those than anything else.
Okay. And as I gather them, I kind of like murmuring to myself and to Renji, who's still nestled in my my neck. It's like, well, we've got a job, and I wonder what they'll think of me when they meet. Well, they'll put up with me for a long time. And then that facade kind of returns and like kind of mumbling and humming, a little cackle. I grab all of these flowers.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else having any prep work needing to be done?
Sure, I'm in all my gear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Melody wants to go to the trader guy that we saw last time and see if he knows any up-to-date rumors or stuff going on in that direction.
Ah, interesting. So you head to the tent that is in the south part of town. You know, like you'd be walking past it anyway on the way out. But you go over and you encounter Luta, who is a parrot Rito with bright green feathers, dressed rather ostentatiously. He's busy going through the process of like making sure all of his wares are put together. He kind of stands straight as he sees you come over. You probably met him at least once or twice before if you've been here for a little bit. He typically turns up every other day. And he looks up and goes, "Oh, hello! Melody, right?"
Yep.
Ah, excellent. Can I interest you in anything around here? We've got stuff from Kaordna, the best stuff, let me tell you.
What makes it the best?
Oh, that's Kaordna. It's the crossroads of the merchant world. It's the place where everything meets. Every possible connection throughout the entire kingdom, right there, ready for the taking. So, if you want anything in particular, if you have your eye on something that you just can't stand the crowds of Kaordna, then by all means, let me know. I'll be able to see if I can procure it on my time there.
Well, actually, I was looking to see if you could tell me a little bit about New Mazra. We're heading out that way, and wondering if anything of note was going on around there.
Okay. And I'm going to do another roll for him to see if he's got the perfect. Alright, okay. He thinks a moment and says, New Mazra. Ooh. Well, I haven't been in that direction for a long time. Can't say there's anything recent that I know about it, but have you been there before? He leans forward on the table in front of him.
I don't think she has. That was not the direction that the hospital was, right?
No, you would have gone. You probably would have taken. If you were in Hyrule Castle Town, you would have taken a western road or an eastern road, and you would have gotten to Dawnshore before you would have gotten to New Mazro.
Okay, in which case Melody shakes her head, shrugging, saying, "No, not me either."
History placed that place. And he kind of stands up a bit, and the camera pans out, and like you can changes to a scene where you can overlook New Mazro in particular, this fairly sleepy-looking town surrounded by a simple wooden wall in the middle of Hyrule fields. there's it seems kind of generic almost as far as like a little fantasy village is concerned. But Luther continues and he says, to look at New Mazro, one might not expect such a storied history to come from such a small place. Any settlement might trace its beginnings to a time long before the first rise of Calamity Ganon should, by rights, have grown in size and capability alongside their ambitions. Yet here, in this quaint little farming town, you'll find a humble people. One who'll greet all with open arms. Or almost all with open arms. You may yet see a caution behind their smiles, a pain not forgotten, always to be learned from. They might not bear their grudge for all to see, but the settlement is understood. And he casts a glance down the way to Anda, and then back to you, and says, no gods will be welcomed in New Mazro.
I was just having a thought. No gods or kings. I got it.
He kind of stands straight. It's like they won't lynch the poor guy, but they just, if he's like,
I think they'd struggle. He's very big.
you know, you're not wrong, but I'm thinking more in the sense like, and he kind of looks back at Andrew and says, he's not the type of person to just kind of be entering in every possible settlement or doorway saying praise be to Din or anything like that. But I mean in the sense of like, there'll be a hesitation. Might be kind of uncomfortable. Just make sure to keep an eye on him, okay? Just to be sure.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Non-proselytizing God follower. Good to know.
And Melody will like lean over the counter a bit, saying, "So on like actual business terms, you got any spicy peppers?"
Let me have a look. And he'll turn around and go back into his wares. Okay, and he'll come back and he'll provide like a small crate filled with the things and say, yes, actually, there was got these on a deal. They look ripe enough, and he'll take one out and kind of examine it and then put it back and say, how many do you need?
They don't last too long. I'd go 7.
7? Okay.
7's a good number.
He'll take out 7. He'll kind of like push the pile towards you. He looks around rather sheepishly and realizes that of all the things that he's acquired, like no other kind of carrying utensil could ever be like, he lacks a bag for them effectively, and just kind of like shrugs and says, let's go with about, how does 10 rupees grab you?
Sure. Melody will provide such.
Okay. He'll take them. He won't count them. He'll trust you enough and will put them away and pick up the crate
It's
of
10
remaining.
rupees. It's hard to not count.
Yeah. You just hand him a, oh god, what is 10? Is that blue's 5? So that's like yellow, isn't it? Yeah. So you kind of hand him a yellow rupee and he just kind of like puts it away and then picks up the crate and says, pleasure doing business, and he'll stash the crate of the rest of the peppers away. Yeah. Okay. So, if everybody's prep is done, then all that is left to do is to make your way down to New Mazro.
Yeah, Makoto kind of still has all his stuff on him, so
Yeah.
literally just got here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You'll probably see Leisha joining in, also like heavily packed, with a satchel that now sweetly smells of violets.
smiles as you walk up.
There's a smile in
Violence and
return.
capsaicin.
Okay. So, with all your work together, you manage to make your way out. As you're exiting, the Luther gives you a wave as you pass by, and you march onwards into Hyrule Field. As noted from before, the weather is fairly mild today. There's a light breeze coming from the southeast. There are a few clouds in the sky, but not a total overcast sort of situation, not a single drop of rain. For a spring day, it's pretty pleasant as far as things are considered. Hyrule Field is this wide, expansive sort of area, rolling hills and small patches of woodland in almost every direction. And you walk a less travelled road. After all, Utana is a very young settlement. It doesn't have a true beaten path that's followed. No paved roads in this instance. It's mostly just patches of dead grass and dirt, where most folks have just walked in that same similar fashion. As you are going, we can explore, for the sake of tutorializing as we go, an aspect of Pathfinder which would be exploration activities, things that your characters do while you're on the way to where you're going next. These are things that you do basically over the course of the journey as a whole, and provide different bonuses and additions to things when you get into either a combat encounter or other different things. So, as you're exploring, who is doing what? What would you like to do upon this journey? Let us start with Anda.
So, it's kind of a mixture of things. Anda's kind of having a bit of a conversation, kind of just getting to familiarize himself with everyone and what everyone's capabilities are for the most part. He begins by going I'm a bit of a protector person. Can't tell by a lot of the metal and the big old shield. Just if need be, don't stray too far, and some of the things I've picked up should be able to help you, type of thing. And kind of as he says that, a aura, because I don't know if we're going to run into anything, and I'd rather be prepared, imperceptibly kind of expands from him, kind of giving people the warm feeling of companionship on a dark night when exploring through the woods, that aspect of protection, for my paladin's aura, or my champion's aura rather, sorry, wrong game. And I will be taking the defend exploration activity. So I will be having the benefits of my shield raised in case we run into combat.
Okay.
For my first job.
Yeah. For those unaware, raising a shield provides you with a bonus to your AC equal to the bonus that is on the shield itself, and that's usually a +2. But there are
Also,
other
if
benefits.
you do get hit, you can split the damage between you and the shield.
Yeah.
Shields are really good in Pathfinder.
Yeah. But yeah. Awesome. Fantastic. Next up, we will ask Melody. What are you doing as you journey along here?
Just looking up all of the exploration options.
There's a lot of them.
There are a lot.
Don't really think I need to be wandering around detecting magic at all times, because hard to think that we're going to suddenly be surprise attacked like that. But, maybe in terms of actual mechanical action, maybe scout. So Melody is just keeping an eye out as we walk along, seeing what lays off the path and what might be coming to cause trouble. She happily introduced herself, saying, "Well, Unlike Anda, I'm going to try and stay quite far away from the trouble, but I can throw some fire and other bits. She kind of will pat Anda on the metallic arm, saying, I will be using you as a great shield.
That's my job.
Well, you all sound very capable.
Gallic is definitely on a +1 to initiative.
I'm pretty sure you're capable too.
Excellent. But yes, Scout does provide a +1 circumstance bonus to initiative rolls. But we will cover initiative rolls if and when we get to the point when we need to roll initiative. Gasp.
If it's not preordained.
Okay. How about then we go to Makoto? What are you doing, Makoto, as you travel along?
Out of the options, because Scout is also one I could have done, but there are other things as well. I think I will go for investigate to just keep an eye out for dangers of the wildlife variety.
Okay.
I believe I need to roll relevant recall knowledge for that, which would probably be nature.
I believe it's a secret check. The
Yeah,
GM.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, so that's
how
a-
are we
that's a-
handling
that's a-
secret checks?
If you want to do that the normal way, that's a +5.
Okay. I'll give you
If
one.
not, then I can just roll dice.
Excellent. So, recall knowledge nature. Are you? What's your
And-
proficiency roll in that?
I had a +5, I said.
Oh yeah, sorry. Are you trained or untrained or?
Oh, trained.
Yeah, cool.
I can use a recall knowledge as a secret check to discover clues among various things I can see and engage with as I journey along. So
Sure.
if I see any like signs of, I don't know, a pack of wolves, I can warn people about that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, like danger wise, that is probably going to be the most, like, in terms of like nature stuff along these pathways. Hyrule Field typically, like, it's not free of bandits. It's the reason why, like, the road watchers are a thing. It's mostly just the fact that it's so open, it makes it difficult for things like ambush predators to really hide. You do get, like, wolves every so often, but probably the biggest issue that you're going to be facing in terms of like genuine problems is probably going to be something that flies, or like
But mostly keeping my gaze either high or ahead.
yeah, but yeah, you are able to kind of like knowing this, you're able to like identify like we're passing by a group of trees here. This is a good ambush point. We'll just keep an eye on that as you go. Yeah. But yeah.
And for the conversation, Ricardo just like wraps his knuckles twice gently on Anda's armor and says, "I guess I'll be upfront with you, big guy."
Alright.
Pointedly not saying what he does.
Sensible. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna.
You sense that he isn't. You sense that he wants it to be a surprise.
I think he's gonna punch things.
Do you know?
Hey, me too.
do.
And
Such
interesting.
simple cloth can hide a remarkable skill.
Yeah, it can.
Okay. And Alicia, what are you doing as you move along the roads here?
I was going to try and keep my eyes open for any particular flora or fauna that we might come across.
Okay.
And whether that is investigate or search is not entirely clear to me. I could also repeat a spell and just cast detect magic all the time.
Yeah, if you would like to. So with detect magic, you have the detect magic exploration activity, where you do it at regular intervals. You have no chance of accidentally overlooking a magic aura or added travel speed up to 300 feet per minute, but must be traveling no more than 150 feet per minute to detect magic auras before the party moves into them. Or search. You seek meticulously for hidden doors, concealed hazards, and so on. You can usually make an educated guess as to which locations are best to check and move at half speed, but if you want to be thorough and guarantee you checked everything, you need to travel at a speed no more than 300 feet per minute. You can always move slowly. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it is of too much importance that we are traveling traveling slower in this sense. Like, we're not expecting anything, but it's more like I would like to keep an eye out on any particular useful or functional plants.
Okay. If that's the case, give me a... I would say either give me a nature or a survival, whichever one you like. Nature would be kind of like a encyclopedic sort of understanding of the plants around you. Survival for the sake of their use in terms of survival stuff.
Could I use a lore skill if I'm trained in one terrain, which is Central Hyrule?
Sure.
Generally,
And that's a 14.
Generally, if you roll a lore skill instead, the DC is lower.
Yep.
If it's relevant.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know, because that is my best skill for this.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. With a 14, you are able to identify that there are a lot of things within Central Hyrule, especially in Hyrule Field, that is particularly useful for the sake of survival, even if it's mostly simple, like root vegetables or other plants that can be used simply for food. You probably are in an area of Hyrule that is like filled with lots of things like swift violets are quite common compared to other herbs that you would find here. In terms of like other things, there are certain sweet smelling plants that would attract certain insects and perhaps even small lizards that would be drawn to those sorts of things, which can also be used in a similar fashion. So you are spoiled for choice if you were to spend the time necessary in order to kind of gather all this kind of stuff.
I think it would not be unlikely that you find Leisha kind of like jogging ahead a little bit and cutting some violets with her sickle, and then suddenly you might see a stoat jumping into a bush and returning with the body of a lizard in its jaws. That's mostly for a snack.
Melody leans over towards the stoat saying, you're a wonderful hunter, aren't you?
Renji would look up and probably not say anything. Just look at you for a moment before huddling back up.
This creature is making noises at me.
Yes, better be friendly, I say as I pat Renji, and then just kind of call over to Melody. He likes you too.
Thanks.
They were all getting along.
Yeah. Okay. So, as you are journeying along, it's an hour into this journey. As you do, Yotana has disappeared over the hills behind you. It's just nothing but you, and Hyrule Field in turn. At which point, as you're walking along this road, there is a rustle up ahead. As stepping out from behind a nearby tree, an attempted ambush by which those scouting out has seen this already. So you are not surprised. A trio of individuals in patchwork leather armor, each of them carrying a hatchet in one hand and a crossbow under their arm in the other, or slung over a shoulder, step out and block the roadway. They are accompanied by what appears to be a vicious, snarling wolf that simply pads out in front of the three and growls at the three of you. One of the clearly bandits in question holds up one of the hand axes and demands that you that drop your coin, drop all your things. And it's like, you stop right there. Are you gonna give us your?
Oh no, an ambush! I'm so surprised.
Are any of you in the mood to acquiesce to their request?
No, not really.
I mean, I kind of like my money. I kind of want to keep it.
Good to know.
We don't have to do this, friends.
Listen to the big guy. He's got good ideas.
I think the big guy's the only one who's the voice of reason here, so, you might want to give him a chance.
Yeah.
I mean it, we really do not have to do this.
How far away are they?
Well,
That's a good question.
Let's find out.
Let's find out. Under normal circumstances, I would have them I would be happy to have you attempt like diplomacy rolls in order to do this. But for the sake of tutorializing, these.
No, this is your first Yakuza tutorial.
Oh yeah,
combat.
absolutely.
They are going to fight you.
No, I'm happy to go that route. I do want to demoralize at the start, if anything.
Yeah.
Okay. That is absolutely fair to try to do. The thing that happens with it is this kind of leads directly into what I was taking a look at is depending on the type of things that we want to do, we don't need to use perception for our initiative, like it says
Indeed.
in there.
Yes, you can use other things.
So, in this instance, then. We are about to roll for initiative. As noted, normally initiative is done by rolling perception, but if you're in a situation where you're attempting to do something when initiative is rolled, you can instead use a relevant skill, thereby allowing you to kind of have a bit more of a versatile aspect to what you are doing. In this instance, because Anda is attempting to pacify and stop them from actually getting into a fight, they may roll diplomacy. If you have a relevant skill that you would like to use instead of perception, please do say, and we shall add them that way. But for now, feel free to roll.
I use intimidation, because Medi was like, well, you either listen to him, or we're probably going to, fuck you out.
I was planning on using occultism, as I wanted to cast Ghost Sound almost immediately.
Okay.
Which is pretty much minor illusion for sounds.
Yeah.
Minor sound illusion.
Yeah. Makoto, are you going to go for a different skill or stick with perception?
Nah. The only thing I could really justify is also a +5.
Fair enough. So,
and don't forget, someone was scouting, so you have +1 to initiative as well.
Indeed.
Wonderful. Now, given that we're going to roll initiative, I believe Pathfinder and Foundry requires that we're in combat.
You don't need to worry. Just roll it in. If you are able to roll the skill check in the chat window, because there is an initiative tracker in Tailspire specifically.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And I can add that in and adjust things manually as we go.
In which case, 22.
With diplomacy, that is 26. Why
Very
did it
nice.
pop up so high? interesting.
I didn't add the plus on scouting. That should be 18.
18, okay.
15.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for them. I'll roll in secret.
Oh, I did
Rather
that.
than-
Secret rules. For reference, as Artie's rolling things for these individuals here, we did make mention of a secret roll from a player earlier, which is if you couldn't figure it out through context clues, that is just the us giving the GM our bonus, and then they make a roll for it. So if we're doing like a sense motive or things like that, which would be like similar to an insight check, we don't know if we passed or failed. We just have the information that's given to us.
Okay, I believe that is the appropriate order. So, our initiative order is Under, then the Wolf, then Leisha, then Melody, then Makoto, and then the Bandit. Okay, so Under is your turn. On your turn, you have 3 actions by which you can do things. There are a lot of actions, so I won't cover all of them, but Stride is among them, in which allows you to move up to your speed. If you don't go your full speed, and then
don't worry.
Yeah, if you don't go your full speed and then stop, then you're essentially and then use a different action. You can't like split your move. You basically dedicate your action to that. So that does mean that normally you can move quite far, as like up to 75 feet on your turn if you dedicate your entire turn to moving the whole thing, but you also get more things to do on your turn as you go. So, Under, what are you going to do?
Were I another race, I could move up to 75 feet. However, I am a Goron, and Gorons are slow, so I can only move 20 feet at a time. So there's 20. Move number 2 for a total of 40. And since I was defending, that means I have my shield raised for my first turn, so I will go here as I just charge, clanking all the way down towards these individuals.
Excellent.
As they seem to not take my words to heart.
Okay, so that means that again goes over to the Wolf. The Wolf uses its first action to move into melee with Under. Then it uses its second action as an attack to bite. So, plus 9.
Plus 9.
It gets an 18 to hit, but with your heavy armor and your shield up, I have doubts that that hits.
One, you don't start with heavy armor because heavy armor is almost unaffordable at level 1.
That's
and
true.
You buy items in Pathfinder, so I only have medium armor for chainmail. And 2, because that has a dex modifier and my dex is negative, that just hits.
Oh, interesting. If that is the case, then the Wolf on its turn will then it'll like sneak under your shield and get to the lesser armor parts on your legs and stuff and sink its jaws into you.
Weenie legs.
Ah, God damn it, it's too damn low. God damn. Help me. Alright.
It deals 3 points of piercing damage as it bites into you. And then for its next action, or its last action on its turn, because it has bitten you, it is going to attempt to knock you down.
Can it do that with a creature larger than it?
It can.
Okay. Just checking.
Most attempts to trip the creature. It basically attempts to do a
So
trip.
there's some like grapple-based stuff that doesn't work on things that are bigger than you.
Yeah. Let's have a look and see whether or not trip by itself is a viable thing.
Cannot be more than one size larger than you.
Yeah.
As a medium creature, it can still attempt it.
What is your reflex DC, which is your reflex modifier plus 10?
I am. It's my little legs. It's only 12.
It's only 12. Okay, so it is going to attempt an athletics check against you to knock you onto the floor. That is a natural 20 for 26.
Oh no.
Success. I also take 1d6 bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
No.
It's okay. It's okay.
I mean,
Wow.
I'm still good.
Oh, it's still good. So this wolf, oh my goodness. So this wolf clearly prepared for this, or maybe that's the reason why they have the wolf to knock down things. Because like there are like beings of a large size are like average citizens around here now. So it's like if they run into moblins that they have to rob, then they need something that can drag something to the ground, and that's probably why they have the wolf. So the wolf just kind of grabs onto you, like it runs full sprint at you, slips under your shield, grabs onto your leg, and using its momentum, yanks your leg from under you and knocks you to the floor. How are you? Yeah. Oh boy. But that is the wolf's turn. Alicia.
good start.
All right. Well, I would like to use some movement. I can get up to here-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're all within 60 foot, so that's good. I think my first attack, or my first double action in this case, would mean that I grab some needles from within my scarf and just send them flying towards the wolf.
Got it.
So that is a spell
Needle darts.
attack, needle darts.
Okay.
18 to hit.
That is a regular hit.
That is a regular hit. So, why does it say acid? It should say. Oh no, it's
Yeah,
never mind. Don't worry about that. 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay. You hurl forth these needles through the air, magically propelled as they are, and they slam into the side of this wolf. It yelps in surprise and pain, but it is still standing on its haunches. But yes.
With these things, since I am of the witchy variety, would this be? Could I have that these nails or needles are specifically cold iron?
I think there's actually bits and pieces of it where, like, I think needle darts is basically like you have a chunk of metal that you like split apart to make jagged spikes you throw forward. If you have an actual chunk of cold iron, then they will be cold. They will count as cold iron. And if it's silver, then it's silver, such and so forth. So that would be.
The question is like, with me flavoring them as being nails that I already have made within my clothing.
Okay.
Could they have been from a source of cold iron?
For now, sure. Yeah, let's go with that because I think it's one of those things where it's like, otherwise, it's only really relevant if it's like you go up against a demon or something like that, which you might not just for a fair bit, but that's okay.
But it may come in useful.
Yeah. Okay, so since that was 2 actions, you use 1 action to move. That would be the end of your turn.
That would be the end of my turn.
Melody.
You're still in measurement.
Yeah, I tried to work out how I have to get to.
Within 1 movement, I think.
Yeah, I'm going to maybe about there, I think. And there's 1 action to move, I'm going to use a different spell upon the wolf
Okay.
as I cast Frostbite.
Can I do a fortitude save?
Fortitude
Melody
save.
has to be cold, so does everyone else.
Yep, fair. A 14.
The DC 28. The DC 18, so it fails.
It's 8 cold damage, and it has weakness 1 to bludgeoning until the start of my next turn.
On a
Ooh.
critical failure, it gains weakness 1 to bludgeoning.
Alright.
Not a regular failure.
Yeah.
Although
Oh, that would've
weakness
been
1 is
so
it takes
funny.
1 more damage from bludgeoning, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
weaknesses or other things are usually put with a numerical value, and on weaknesses it just adds that damage to it.
Mhm.
But if anyone did, like, say you got that weakness, say it was like weakness 10 to bludgeoning, and somebody did 1 bludgeoning damage to it, it does 11 damage. So,
Yeah.
but that's just those numbers.
Yep. Okay. Well, with that sorted, you moved and you utilized a spell on the wolf. It is now shivering cold as well as pierced with metal spikes. It is looking quite weak. Makoto.
Let's go put that dog out of his misery. I have a movement speed of 30.
Uh-huh.
So
Yay.
Makoto is going to sprint after the spell and hop up over Anders' back and do a flip to land. And as he does, rocks and dirt from the ground here follow him over and form into a lump of rock around his foot as he brings it down an axe kick on the wolf.
Nice.
I know it's the
Interesting.
environment, but I almost really wanted to go, oh no, my snacks!
I am going to be able to find you so many good rocks.
Hmm.
Okay, let me figure out what my roll is. It's a plus 8, I think. Yes.
We're going to have a geological gourmand.
That's a 17 to hit.
That is a regular hit.
Excellent.
It's funny zooming in close on the models.
Strength to bonfire to it if I'm doing it in melee.
I think
Mhm.
Makoto has longer legs than Ander.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And I got short little
that's
legs,
another
so-
7 damage.
With that 7 damage, you flip over and with a successful axe kick, the wolf yelps one last time before it is knocked down.
Nice.
I will turn to face the other bandits and be like, who's next?
Well, with such a challenge, seeing the impressive display, they will use their first action in order to move forward
Mhm.
and raise up their hatchet with their second action in order to attack.
Oh no.
I don't think an 8 hits you. They will use their next action in order to attack. You can attack up to 3 times on your turn with the amount of actions that you have, but each time you do, you take a penalty for repeated attacks as you become less accurate. This is normally a -5 every time you attack, but this can be made smaller depending on the type of weapon. In this instance, a hatchet, which is agile, has
Minus
a
4.
-4 instead. So, instead of +6, they have a +2. I don't think a 13 hits either.
Nah.
Okay.
Just have a cocky smile on his face as he dodges both swings.
If that's the case, this other bandit is going to use their first action to move up. They're going to use their second action in order to try and demoralize you.
Okay.
This is an attempt to utilize the intimidation skill by weakening their opponent's resolve. Demoralize then applies the fear thing, I think. It doesn't actually. Hold on. Choose a creature within 30
They
feet
need
of you.
to
and
they
aware.
need to make an intimidation roll against my will DC.
Okay. If
I
that's the
may have played
case-
a character who does a lot of this shit.
Yeah.
So they need to roll a 15.
They get a 21.
Okay. I am frightened 1.
Yeah.
So they get -1 to my skills and DCs, I think.
They kind of stalk up to you and scream at the top of their lungs. It's like, it's ultimately something that's just like, it's not incredibly frightening, but it does catch you off guard.
Versus has his ears, goes, damn, that's loud.
Fuck! And then they will bring down the hatchet again. Because you are frightened, you are considered off guard to the bandit, reducing your AC by 2. I think it's the same roll as their intimidation. 17.
That will hit because of the lowered AC.
Okay, if that's the case.
I'm distracted by putting my hands on my ears. How dare he?
Indeed.
They deal 4 points of slashing damage with their hatchet against you.
I would like to use my reaction. As a champion, as long as people are within our aura, which I activated on the way here, each champion has different reactions. As a redemption champion, when an enemy damages my ally and both are within your champion's aura, which is 15 feet away from me, which both of these figures are, the enemy hesitates under the weight of sin as visions of redemption play in their mind's eye. So generally speaking, Anda will go, "Come on, we just took out your dog. You do not want to do this."
I'm going to make you feel bad.
The enemy must choose to repent or refuse with the following effects. If the enemy is mindless or unable to repent, use the refuse result. Repent, the ally is unharmed by the triggering damage. Refuse, the ally gains resistance to all damage equal to 2 plus my level. After the damage effect is applied, the enemy will become enfeebled 2 until the end of its next turn.
Okay. Let's see whether or not this random bandit has a moral compass. He does!
Oh my god.
So he stomps forward, screams something, raises the hatchet, and as it comes down and it's about to strike, Anda, you shout out to appeal to his better sense. He therefore pulls his punch, and while it does a kind of superficial scratch against Makoto, but nothing that actually is worth any point of damage, and you are unharmed.
Slides off the armor.
Yeah. This other bandit will then wander over to the still prone Anda and will attempt to strike him twice with a hatchet. So the first strike, 16.
Would usually not hit, but I am prone and therefore off guard despite having my shield raised.
Oh, dang.
It's fine, you can use it to eat the damage.
No, I can't. I just used my reaction.
Yeah.
Dang. You take a further 6 points of slashing as the axe bites into you. And then they will attempt to attack again. But a 9 definitely doesn't hit you, regardless of anything. Okay. And with
Very
that,
few things that will be hit by a 9.
that is the bandits go. Anda.
Okay. So, now that I have been JoJo kicked to oblivion, I would like to use my first action to stand, please.
Yep, you stand up.
Which means I'm no longer off guard. My turn ended, so my shield isn't raised. And, okay, I did not take Lay on Hands, because I wanted the other one. For my, I know what I can do. Okay, so for my second action, as this guy kind of hits and tries to swing at Anda twice, Anda slowly stands up. And I would like to try to demoralize him with intimidating glare, so I don't need to say anything.
Loom over him by being twice as tall as him.
Yeah. Block out the afternoon sun.
Against their will BC. 12. Not that great.
Hey.
You know what? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, did you want to use your hero point? Do you want to make it fabulous?
I would like to, actually.
Yes.
Might as well. 1d20 plus 6. That is a 19, which is much better.
That is a regular success over their will save DC.
Excellent. So they are frightened 1.
Mm-hmm.
Just double checking things on demoralize. I know we just did it, but I always forget things. It doesn't say anything about being off guard on that one. On the thing on Path Builder.
Huh.
Oh.
So, it'll be to the end of its turn. Everyone else goes before it, so what I will do is continue to protect my buddy. I would like to use my focus spell, Shields of the Spirit. You raise your shield as part of the action, because it's one action, causing ephemeral spirits to shields to float within your champion's aura. They last until the start of my next turn, or until I'm no longer raising my shield, whichever comes first. While one of my allies is within my champion's aura, hello Makoto, they gain a +1 bonus to AC, and each time an enemy makes an attack against an ally, which unfortunately I do not count as, the enemy takes 1d4 spirit damage, even if it misses. As long as they remain in my aura.
Okay.
Generally speaking, as beforehand, what happens is Zonda stands, his shield raises, and similar to that of Breath of the Wild, about a 15-foot emanation away from Onda kind of fills with a red light, similar to that of a certain Goron champion's form of protection.
Excellent. Nice.
And that is turn.
Cool. The wolf is dead. Leisha.
Well, I believe I am within 30 feet of Anda, correct? Well,
Yes.
slightly.
No, you're within 30 feet. That's the 30 feet thing. I'm big. Yeah.
Okay, so in which case, I am going to spend. Wait, no, for cantrips, you don't need focus points if they're in your focus
No.
tradition, correct? No.
You don't need focus points for cantrips, I don't think.
No,
Okay.
you do not. Cantrips are cantrips.
So, Renji pokes his head out of Leisha's scarf, and his red eyes blaze a slight teal. And Anda, you feel just a hint of some sort of supernatural touch as
Okay.
fate is nudged in your favor. No.
Interesting.
Can I cast another spell?
Yes.
As long as you have the actions for it.
If I do have the actions for it. Excellent. So, I am going to cast Needle Darts again, but this time on the closest. On this guy.
Okay.
So applying the frightened condition on Path Builder lowers your AC by the level of the frightened condition.
Legend.
Excellent.
Doesn't say that in the
Doesn't say that in the description, no.
no.
But when I
It says
added the
checks. It
condition-
says checks and DCs, so it shouldn't do that.
So I rolled a
DC is
17
supposed to
for
refer to
my
AC as
Needle
well.
Darts.
That is a hit. On the nose, in fact.
And that's another 7 points of damage.
That
Okay.
poor bandit getting 7 darts of needle to his nose.
You schnoz.
Yeah. So, like, this fella, like, attacks Anda twice, misses the second one, Anda stands up, looms overhead, and as he's focused on the intimidating visage before him, he's struck in the side by a barrage of metallic needles, and he takes a significant wound. Very good. Very good indeed. Melody.
Yeah, I can go there. Look at there. I'll use one action. Go a bit closer to here.
Mhm.
Then, and you've taken a fair bit of damage, right?
About a 25%.
25 of your
Total?
max?
Yes.
Oof.
Ain't dead yet.
On a
No,
scale
no.
of 1 to 21, I'm about a 6.
Oh dear.
Uh-huh.
Wait, 21?
You have 21
Yes.
HP.
Yes.
I have 24.
I have 32.
I
I am a con-based class.
I am
I put
at
things
22.
in strength
Yeah.
Yep.
and in charisma. I'm good at talking and I'm good at carrying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Melody will hold up a hand. A small ball of golden flame will emerge in it, and she will send it out, surging at Under. As it hits you under, it feels warm and comforting and pleasant.
Yay.
And I will heal you for 16 health.
I am
That's quite something.
feeling great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, why is yours plus 9? Is
So it's plus 8 because I did the
Sorcerer
2 things.
potency. I see it. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Should that apply?
Excellent.
When
Now,
I cast a spell that uses spell slots to deal damage or restore health, gets a plus value equal to its rank. Yeah.
you send forth this magical energy, and now under illuminated only serves to further cause some significant consternation within these bandits. But yeah, excellent work, Makoto.
Hell. Well, these guys tried to scare me. How dare you? Do I try and go fancy, or do I just hit them?
Oh, fancy. It's your
Fancy.
first
It's the
fight.
tutorial time.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do
Style
one of
all
the
over.
neat elemental blast tricks.
Oh,
Gonna concentrate all the bits of rock floating around me into a... like, bringing them all together. I will flip up and kick that straight into the guy who scared me's face.
got it.
Doing a 2-action elemental blast. If this hits, I will also get my constitution modifier as well as my strength modifier to the damage.
Okay,
Fuck him up.
That's 23.
that definitely hits.
So that's a total of a plus 5 on the damage. That's a 13
Ooh,
damage.
that yeah. You just like hop up, kick this boulder, just slams dead into this guy's chest, and he topples back. I'm gonna say he's just fucking gone. Let's like.
And then I will
For a moment.
drag my foot across the ground to bring up some more rocks to hit into the other guy. Which
Okay.
minus 5, that'd be 2. The one action one for an out miss.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is a miss. Significantly jostled by what has happened next to him, he staggers backwards a little, just narrowly avoiding your follow-up strike. He will then attempt to retaliate with his simple hatchet.
Brilliant.
A 12 does not hit.
Little.
That does.
A 21 does, as he goes up for the second strike, which would then do 6 slashing damage. What was the shield thing that Ander did? Sorry?
So, every time an ally is attacked, he takes 1d4 damage as a little, like, din sprite, just, like, he swings, just whacks him in the back of the head. Yeah.
Yeah, feel
Kicks
free to roll the damage if you would like.
Okay, so even if they miss, they still take 1d4 damage. So
Understood.
So that's 2d4.
Yeah, do 2d4.
so far, so it's 6.
Okay. Okay. And then with what remains of his turn, what can he do? Is there anything else he can do?
Just swing again. It's fine.
Just do it again. Come on, you can do it, man. It's okay.
It's not fine.
You know what I
Do,
think?
die?
I think this fella's probably stupid enough in order to give it another shot. So he's going to.
I mean, Makoto is willing to goad him.
That's a 5, so he misses, but he takes another d4. It's another 2.
2 more damage.
There we go.
High five one of the spirits as it's flying around.
The guy facing down under. I think what he's going to try and do. He's going to take just the one swing, which is a miss.
15 does not.
Yeah.
I
Still
am not considered an ally of myself, so he does not take a d4.
Okay. Then he's going to turn and use 2 actions in order to move the full 50 feet in order to try and flee.
Well,
Under.
Let's see, it's 50 feet. I'm slow as shit.
Don't worry.
Yeah, you're faster. I'm gonna do that.
I have an idea, don't worry.
So what I'm gonna do.
I
then
also might have an idea.
is I'm gonna go behind my good pal Makoto here with 1 action. With my 2nd action,
Hey, this guy's flat-footed now.
he sure is. So flanking, instead of giving you advantage in Pathfinder, just lowers their AC by 2.
Yep.
Also pretty decent.
It's also
Very
useful for
decent
other
because
things.
there
There are
stacks
certain
of other
abilities will double use that more.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 7 as I turn around and then just use a giant rocky fist, unfortunately not like Makoto's, to punch this guy in the back of the dome with a 26.
Oh no, it reduces their AC by 2. Yeah, that's a crit.
Yeah!
Yay!
Critical hits in this game aren't necessarily explicitly just by having a natural 20 on the roll. What a natural 20 does is it increases the degree of success by 1, and a natural 1 reduces it by 1. You have to have 10 or more than the target number for it to be considered a crit.
So, a few things about this. Usually, unarmed attacks are 1d4, however, they are Din's favorite weapon, so that goes up to a die size, which means my special unarmed attacks are 1d6, and crits double all damage when they roll, so I shall roll 1d6 plus 4, because that's my strength modifier, and he will take 20 damage. Max damage.
Nice.
If he had all of his hit points, he would still be dead. You just like an overhanded smash because you have no choice because he's so small, so much smaller than you. He just boom, just like fucking like knock him flat and knock him into the dirt next to his buddy. He's gone. Well,
I got one more action. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I don't know what to use my action for because I cannot catch up to that guy.
You don't have to.
I know I want to have to go.
You don't have to use an action.
Ooh!
Mm-hmm.
Ooh! How far away is he from Oh no, Makoto's not close enough. Never mind.
I mean, you can probably reach me from there if you want to throw me.
I was going to attempt to reposition Makoto.
That's fine. You can do that. I'll allow it if the GM wants.
Uh,
How do you
Yes,
intend on repositioning?
it's literally just a kind of like a reach,
Grab
like
my arm and
this in the hand, and then kind of reach out for a forearm grab, and then just kind of swing Makoto towards the other individual.
Yep.
Would be kind of the attempt there.
I'm fine with this.
Roll for dislocated shoulder.
Sure. Give
What,
me
you
a.
think Mikado hasn't done ridiculous shit like this before? Come on, let's go.
Now, I don't know if you would allow people to willingly fail, but for the sake of the tutorial fight, I shall roll the athletics check. Usually repositioning, as you can use this against antagonists, is a athletics check against the target's fortitude DC, which, given you're a con-based person, is probably really high.
It's 20. It's probably the highest DC the group has right now.
That works.
Nice.
Which would be a regular success and allows you to move 5 feet. So
That's very good.
closer.
Yeah.
But
Given
that's
the
how
nature
that
of it, could you just like put me behind you?
That would be,
I'll allow
my
it.
intent, would just kind of swing.
You need to move me because I can't.
There you go.
That's fine. That actually makes my next turn more interesting.
Yep.
That's what the goal was. That is my third action. And my
Okay.
turn.
Right. Wolf is dead. Leisha.
All right. Just to check. What is the distance between this bandit and I?
Quite far.
Not far enough for the bandits. So, you've seen Alicia throwing these needles before, and that, to the trained eye, would be a magical feat. But this is very clearly magical, as they kind of take a couple of fingers, stroke the fur of Renji at their shoulder, and 3 wisps of green-blue fire solidify into crystals, and I cast Force Barrage for all 3 of my actions.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if I can do this in a way that well, I need to roll it 3 times, I suppose. $13 points of damage.
Yep.
Roll damage.
So it's like, as you see this bandit attempting to run away, you just unleash this force barrage. Just off in the distance, is like it. The first hit knocks him off his feet. The second one sends him spiraling through the air. The third smacks him down into the ground. He is done.
And if we are out of initiative, I would like to move up to the corpses.
Punching, for me, is non-lethal, so we have 1 unconscious body.
Okay. I would like to move up to the corpses of the bandits and the wolf, and say to the folks, despite their obvious ill intent, I would like to at least pay some respects and give them their last rites. That's okay with you all.
Taking a deep breath, Makoto will punch his hand to his palm and release the breath, which will make all the rocks fall down. They're floating around him, and he goes, "Yeah, sure, I'll drag this one over if you want."
That's very kind of you. My goodness. I did not expect to run into any troubles so soon. But then again,
Kids are everywhere.
Yep.
what am I to expect?
Those are real desperate if they were willing to attack a group with a big guy like you here. Just to tap onto again.
Indeed.
We say that. That wolf got a hold of my leg really good right at the beginning there.
You know, are you feeling okay? I noticed that the young lass here did some magics.
Oh yeah, no, Melody, you did great. That went from feeling like hell to feeling great in little time at all.
You're welcome.
Good to know. Good to know.
No, it's how you
You
have
come
me
over
all
and pat
around.
your shoulder.
But yeah, if we're gonna take some time to do some rites, I would like to do the refocus action and regain my focus point.
Yeah.
10 points.
And I will loot the bodies,
Lisha will
including the
kindly
unconscious
help.
one.
Well, Lisha will kindly help in retrieving items if necessary.
Yeah.
Before Melody refocuses, she'll also cast Rejuvenating Flames to heal her allies for 1d4 plus 1.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Free healing.
All right.
Very nice.
Excellent.
So 3
Seeing
away
that
from full.
that fire, I'll kind of look over to Melody. Would you be able to conjure flame of the consuming variety, the normal kind of fire?
Uh,
Yeah.
Good.
as they're talking,
Mhm.
looking at the flames, Makoto's gonna try and see if he can manipulate one
Oh,
with a little
Okay.
gesture. Am I?
Okay.
It's like I haven't encountered this kind of fire before. Am I allowed to fuck with it?
Ooh.
I imagine you wouldn't be able to for this
Yeah.
one, because this is the
Yeah.
bloodline fire.
Also, it's like magic, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my stuff mostly just works on mundane.
Yeah.
I have to read more into it.
Oh wait, this is the primal fire of life and death.
Just listen, try goes. Interesting.
Excellent. So, inspecting the bodies, you find that they are wearing studded leather. They have they each have a crossbow and about 4 or 5. Let's say 4 bolts each. They have a hatchet each as their main striking weapon. And on their persons, they have 13 rupees total in terms of small change, as well as a few different little knickknacks and everything. Not necessarily like something that you would expect to be like a sentimental item, mostly just bits and pieces they have still in their pockets.
If some of the studded leather fits me, I might switch to some of that because I think that's better than my normal leather for me.
Yeah,
So
it
my
might
dex is currently +2.
it might take some adjusting, but
Yeah,
there's
that's
probably
fine.
someone back in Yatana who can do that.
Someone
Makes
at New
sense.
Mazra that can do it.
I'll let Makoto get his hands on some of that copper, the rupees, and I'll sneak 3 rupees into my own purse.
How many rupees was it? Sorry.
13.
13 total.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll also pass Anda and Melody 3.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks.
3 each.
Mhm.
Which leaves me with a number that I can't
4.
calculate because thank you.
4.
Leaves you with 4.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Alicia is going to build as proper a pyre that she can with bits of wood from nearby trees, and hoping that the fire that Melody can conjure is powerful enough to consume the bodies with just that amount of kindling.
Yeah. It takes you a bit of time.
Also, just make sure
Yes.
that the unconscious one is tied up
Yeah.
for the moment.
Yep.
Oh, so
I
I'm not
didn't
giving
know if
last
you
strikes to
wanted
that
to-
one.
No.
Anyway,
No.
while the the fire, once the fire has started going, I will use proliferate from extended kinesis to make sure it is big enough.
Okay. Yeah. You
It calls an existing element to expand.
Oh.
That would work.
Yeah. Takes a bit of time to set up the pyre, but in short order you do manage to do so, and the bodies are consumed. The one remaining bandit, who still has a pulse, is easily tied up and subdued. It's taking them quite a while in order to regain consciousness.
I mean, I'm willing to.
much.
To say, I'm willing to wake him up.
If we take them to New Masro, then do they do bounties for bandits around here?
Sure
I'm
hope
not
so.
familiar.
Recall Knowledge Society? I am trained in society. Do they have bounties on bandits?
You live in a society.
Sure.
That's
Ooh,
plus
I'm also
3.
trained in society.
Okay.
I'm not, but I
yours
got
is-
+1.
Yeah. There's
You have to be trained to do recall knowledge.
there is something of a bounty system. Like named and specific criminals are like typically given higher, more specific rewards, but doing your part on the roads and just keeping them safe will net you some kind of coinage. If it's not like, there's probably some kind of town captain guard that will be able to be spoken to in order to deal with that sort of thing. And if not, any kind of road watcher outpost will probably also be viable for that.
Do these bandits have any kind of like insignia or anything, or any kind of gang symbol type stuff that would indicate they're part of a larger group?
They don't appear to, no. They just seem to be kind of in piecemeal studded leather and like, yeah. Like, it's impressive that they got
Yeah,
a wolf under
ju-
control,
just-
but
Just random guys.
just random guys. Also, I need to ask real quick, what level are you guys?
1.
2.
Oh, I'm 1.
That's why your health is so
That
low,
explains why
Bren.
your health is so low.
That would explain things.
For the sake of this tutorial, because I believe I forgot to do this as part of my original preparation, everyone go up to 3.
Excellent.
Okay.
I now get to move even faster.
Oh no, I have to think about things.
Let me-
So I was supposed to have lay on hands.
Yeah.
Sure.
Oh no.
Wonderful.
Not bad, being a level low. Sorry, I got a phone call from the vet real quick that I handled.
Okay.
If we're doing things with the bandit, I won't even wait for him to do it. If we know that the place will take him, or wait for him to wake up. I'll just be like, all right, cool. If they've got belts, I'll tie his hands and feet together, and I'll just carry him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll help you, Tom. I think I've got rope.
Sounds good.
And,
Yep.
Yeah, my stealth is pretty high now.
Wow.
Excellent. So, you pick up this bandit and you carry on your way towards New Masro. As the day kind of goes on, the sun sinking down in the sky, going from a pleasant blue to a kind of burned orange as the sunset begins to crawl in. It doesn't take you too long before you do arrive in New Masro, this like fairly diminutive looking place, as Luta describes, fairly simplistic in terms of its design. You rejoin the main road just before you hit New Masro and move towards the northern gate. The drawbridge is still lowered at this point in time. Typically, as per normal safety protocol for most of the walled settlements within Hyrule and beyond, usually they close the gates at night just to stop monsters from getting in. But as you kind of arrive, two guards, both of which are kind of standing on the outside just by the entrance, see you. They're wearing basic chainmail. They're carrying spears, and one of them kind of like totters over and holds up a hand and says, "Afternoon or evening or whatever the time it is. Welcome to New
It's still
Masro."
today.
It's still today, I guess. Ordinarily, we just let you through, of course, but given that you have someone over your shoulder, I must ask, everything all right?
Oh, we got accosted by bandits.
Yes, we were waylaid on our way from Yurtana.
I see.
We're here to handle this, and I'll just hand him the letter real quick from the mayor.
Okay. Look over. Oh, I see. Well,
We got a rat problem.
yeah. The Master's family, or the Master's brothers as they are, haven't heard I'd no air of them for the past couple days now, and their home's infested with rats. We have several people off duty because they're getting real tired and sick. If you want to go and speak with the mayor, typically they are... it's difficult, they move around a lot. Hey! Carlo! And the other guy goes, "You know what day is it again today?" And the other guy thinks and says, "Sarah's day." I'm like, right, okay. They're probably at the resting Discord for now. They're friends with the proprietor. If you need be, we can take care of the bandit for you. And the guard will kind of reach off his belt and will hand you a pouch full of rupees. It seems to have, if you open it and count it, it seems to have 500 rupees in there. It says, "We'll take care of this bandit fella and bring him over to the captain. They'll put him into a cell for now and see what to do with him later." We would point you towards the mayor's.
Is it normal for bandits to have tamed wolves around here? We encountered a group of 3 of them with their wolf.
Usually,
The other ones weren't alive enough to bring with us.
well, yeah, understandable. Well, bandits are bandits, and usually they'll just do whatever they can in order to survive. Or if they're going for the glory of being like Bandit King or whatever the nonsense is, they'll just try and come up with a theme.
Also, Grass, I don't know if you saw I had to post a new subtitle link.
Apologies.
Ground crashed.
Okay, understand. You know the feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be worse. It could be one of those mountain breakers, though. I don't think they're moving outside of Akala or Lanayru anytime soon, which is only fortunate, truth be told. But yeah,
It always sucks when these guys get organized, doesn't it?
it does. It really does. But yeah, as said, normally we point you towards the mayor's house, but well, she's not in at this time of day. On a Sarah's day, she usually likes to sit around the resting Discord and speak to one of her friends. So the guard will kind of point his...
Discord is... Yeah, you're already on it. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's all right. He'll point south, and he'll point specifically to a building that's actually really close by. It looks clearly like an inn, and says, "It's that building over there." Don't be afraid to interrupt her at all. Like she's new to the position and could probably do with something of a distraction or good news, I guess. And he shrugs.
Yep. Thank you, guys, for your help.
Of course.
Much appreciated.
If you're planning on travelling out from New Masro after your meeting with the mayor, just to warn you, we'll be closing up the gates in a little bit of time, so that won't stop you from leaving, of course. But
We're probably gonna have to end up spending the night.
Fair enough.
Speaking of, you all go ahead. I'll stay outside of the walls for just a moment, and I'll pop in.
Just look at the guys like there, go you.
They kind of like give
If
Leisha
that's
like
alright, of course.
a cursory glance, like they
She likes
kind
grabbing herbs and stuff.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, No worries. I mean, it kind of looks skyward and says, we'll probably be closing up the gate in about, like, half an hour or so.
Well, don't worry about that. Let's see. I would like to spend 10 minutes outdoors for a... let's see. Do I have good range here? Like, is this flat land where I can see a lot towards the horizon?
Yeah, it's fairly flat for the most part. Like, you can see, like, how, like, there are rolling hills that kind of cut off a lot of the thing. You are in, like, a bit of a basin, but it's not so deep that it's difficult to see too far out in any given direction.
And would you say that this is a commanding view of the region? For the purposes of predicting the weather.
I'd say it wouldn't be commanding, but for the purposes of predicting the weather, there's like a clear enough view in every direction that you could probably get away with that, yeah.
Okay, because normally the DC is 20, but if I have a commanding view of the region, it becomes 15.
Fair enough.
Here we go. Never mind.
Roll a natural
That is
20.
a natural 20.
Okay,
Or
so
26.
what is your critical success condition on doing the predicting the weather thing?
Critical success. I accurately predict the day's precipitation, temperature, and wind. I learn if a weather event will occur in the region within the next 24 hours, and if so, what the event is, and approximately when it will occur. I gain a +2 circumstance bonus to survival checks made to prepare for this weather's events.
This allows the calendar to be very useful because it gives me very precise information that will be very impressive for you when you do this. So, tomorrow will be a mild day. The temperature will be between 10.4 degrees centigrade and 21.4 degrees centigrade. There will be a light breeze coming from the southeast at usually about 6 to 11 kilometers per hour. There will be no precipitation, but it will be more cloudy, probably quite overcast.
Okay.
I see Hyrule uses sensible units.
Oh, he doesn't have that.
So, in the remaining time, the duo of Lisha and Renji are going to kind of talk with each other, or mostly Lisha talking to Renji, because Renji doesn't talk much. And it's kind of Lisha telling Renji their anxieties about, like, did I do the right thing? Because I did speed up someone's run to the run to the grave.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of like talk that through with Renji.
Okay.
Reminiscing on the last rites she gave to the two bandits and that wolf, and also kind of reflecting on arresting that other bandit and bringing him to justice here in New Mazro.
Yeah. How, when does Renji respond in a terribly verbose way?
Renji is known to speak at inopportune times. And with just Lisha there, Renji mostly just nods or shakes his head, or like single syllables tends to be the case. He's intelligent enough for a full-on conversation. It's just that he doesn't do that.
Yeah. Fair enough. So basically, like, a lot of the conversation, like, unless you can gauge the intention of Renji for the most part, you're basically right now, like, you have applied a duck to a problem. You have a duck on your desk that you're talking through the problem about. And
Renji is just a very wiggly duck.
Yeah. Very well. I imagine, Reggie, kind of like, in this instance, as you're going through these like fairly complicated matters, it's mostly just kind of one of those head tilt to the sides that you can read to, like, why? Elaborate on that. Like, what's prompting this sort of thing to kind of like ease you into kind of like going further into detail when dealing with these kinds of anxieties.
Mm-hmm. And with that, like, what prompts this? Alicia's very clearly mulling this over before they say, like, well, it's these new companions, you see. I tend to stick by myself and with you, obviously, due to the times when I didn't exactly follow the pact as closely as I do now. And I don't want a repeat of what happened then. I wonder if they're already tired of me and annoyed with me.
Randy kind of nods a bit, seemingly understanding the problem, but not providing too much of a response on that one. Mm-hmm. But we'll kind of like cast a glance back to the gate, kind of as a suggestion of there's only one way to find out.
There's a sigh as Alicia kind of gets up and, having maybe found a violet or two, having stuffed that back in their herbal pouch, sighs and says, well, time to be Alicia the Witch once again, and see how the night progresses.
Yeah.
As they head back into town.
Yeah. You head back into town. As you do, like, the guards kind of look to each other and then look out into the field as things get a bit darker. And then just as you're kind of turning the corner to go into the resting discord, there's a call for the gates to be raised. The rest of you, you head into this establishment. The resting discord is a moderately sized inn. As you enter on the inside, there's this big kind of common area with a bar / desk just at the back of the room. Several tables are situated there. A couple of people are sat down and enjoying kind of the quiet atmosphere. It's fairly calm in here. You cast your glance and you see behind the bar there is one individual who stands out above everyone else. They are a tall, broad-shouldered Hylian man with kind of pale skin. They're wearing a vest, if only to show off the number of tattoos that festoon their arms and chest. And they have like wild hair that kind of goes in different directions. And he's currently talking to a fairly diminutive, mousy-looking woman with her hair tied back into like a tight practical ponytail, and she's wearing fairly kind of practical clothes, and they're just kind of having a pleasant chat as they go.
I would like to approach the barkeep and this individual that they're talking with.
With you?
Yeah, as you head over, the barkeep looks over and says, "Hi, excuse me a second, got work." And we'll kind of stand straight, say, "Welcome to the Resting Discord. I'm Logan, I run the place. Are you looking for a room for the night?"
Probably, but before we get too far into that, this could be a question for both of you. We're looking for the mayor. We're adventurers from Yotana, hearing about the rat problem.
Logan will look to the woman who's sitting at the bar, and the woman looks at her. "Oh, that would be me. Hi. I wasn't expecting you so soon. Hi. So, right. The rat problem.
Well, I'm Melody. This is Anda. Nice to meet you.
And I'm Makoto, by the way.
I hold out a hand to dwarf hers.
Yeah, she'll shake your hand. Logan
Melody
will...
jumps a bit, not realizing Makoto followed them.
I don't know. Part of the party, right?
You didn't say you were.
It's fair.
I thought it was assumed that I would be.
Yeah.
Why
It
would?
wasn't, apparently.
I mean, I do have a stealth of like plus 12 now, so that's understandable.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Um,
Gotta touch a bell on this boy.
If you do, I'll break it.
like Edwina will kind of like go like shake hands with everybody. Logan will kind of like lean on the bar a bit and then look to Edwina and say, "Is this one of those conversations where you need me to go and do other business, or would you like me to stay here, considering what it's about?" And Edwina kind of says, "Well, you're more than welcome to stay. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what else there is to explain about it." She'll
I
look to
certainly
the,
don't mind.
yeah, she'll look to the rest of you and say, "So the rat problem. For a bit more detail, the farm is it's owned by the Masters family. And you don't need to know who they are typically, but they are one of the longer running families in town. The last couple of people who live on the farm now, since their father died, were the brothers Jeremiah and Thorn. They had encountered something of a rat problem in there and tried to deal with it themselves. It got worse, so they called in the town guard or anybody who had a big enough stick or a sword or something. They couldn't deal with it because there were so many, and those who got bitten were sick for a time. It was this weird fatigue, not the usual type of illness that you'd usually get in this sort of situation. At least from what I've been told, right?" And she'll look to Logan, and Logan just kind of nods and says, "Yeah, it's clearly magical of sorts. I took a look at it myself. It didn't seem to be terribly ordinary, but it's difficult to...
Any people still floated in town?
A couple, but they're currently bed resting. Thankfully, those people who have been bitten and recovered, it just takes a little bit of time in order for them to get back to it. But for now, no one's really kind of deteriorated to a terrible, worse state. Usually, if they've gotten to that point, it's more that they've been mauled by rats of an unusual size, more than the illness that's really taken them."
Absolutely fair. Just kind of curious. When we say ROUS is here, how big are we talking?
Kind of
I'll
looks
hold up my
around.
hands and just start moving them and say stop.
When you get to something that is about the size of a small to medium-sized dog, he'll say, "That'll do."
All right, that's pretty big.
Yeah.
I told you, New York. I told you, Hyrule Castle sewer rats.
A bit far away from the castle.
Yeah.
They steal the pizza from nearby vendors. Sorry, cheesy tomato bread.
I'm pretty sure Breath of the Wild has actual pizza, though. There is a recipe for it.
That is correct.
It is.
It does remain to be seen where the hell the tomato comes from.
I mean, truth be told,
Probably Holodrum.
there is a style of horse mane that is French braid. So technically, France is canon to Zelda, but that's
Yeah.
There are also potatoes, right?
Yes, actually.
Very anachronistic.
Yeah.
I would say don't worry about it.
Yeah. Edwina says, "Well, you have. I mean, you're more than welcome to get started immediately, or if you want to wait until it's sunup, by all means, you're free to spend the night. We can put you up for the night. Of course, like work is the whole kind of the situation's got a little out of hand, which is why we're asking for adventurers to come in. But as always, because I've been informed that this is something of an introductory thing for all of you by Frinza, that, just to let you know, payment will be received upon completion of the job. But what that looks like depends on what you find and what happens there."
Well, my suggestion would be to do it tomorrow, considering the potential size of the job, and the amount of time it might take.
That and
Started
Matt
first thing in
can't
the
see
morning.
for shit in the dark, so
No, that's a shame.
And Edwina looked at Logan, and Logan would just say, well, you're fitting the bill for this. And then we'll kind of turn around and grab like 4 keys and say, we have a couple of private rooms upstairs. And we'll look to Andrew and say, we have one on the ground floor that's going to be more suited to your size, sir. And we'll kind of hand each of you keys. And say, we typically, while the rooms are accommodated for, unfortunately, for the sake of keeping the business up and running, food is not. If you want to have a meal now or a breakfast, by all means, just let me know. But for the moment, your rooms are provided for you.
You guys hungry?
I could eat, but I could almost
Yeah.
always eat, to be fair.
Alright,
What do
well,
they
I
have
will...
for a Goron menu?
Exquisite
also-
dirt.
I'll also make sure to get at least some kind of meal for Alicia.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Order something.
Yeah. And with that, what we'll do, because we have come to time, we will end the session there, and we'll pick this up another time. Thank you, everybody, so much for listening/watching. I have been Articulate T, the Storyteller, and with me, as always, I have had Nether playing Leisha.
That's me.
I have had Alvarance playing Ander.
And my little legs!
I've had Rubber Pirate playing Melody.
I was so confused when I had more health than the tank.
And I have had Danny Cat playing Makoto.
I will be friends with everyone, and I will start with the one who is on hard mode.
Hells yeah. And we'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.